Hey guys, it's Vornskyr here, and today we're back in Euro Truck Sim 2 because the Scandinavia expansion has been released. So we'll take a look at that. We're also going to take a look at the Viking Legends paint pack, which is, I believe for the next week, is free when you buy the Scandinavia DLC. You basically get a 2-for-1 sort of thing. I think after that week it will just become a separate product and you'll have to buy it, well, separately, obviously. Anyway, let's take a really quick look at what this DLC has. So if I go into the store here, let's go down to the paint shop, and it's easy with this one. You can just scroll right to the bottom because they all cost 50 grand for the skins, which is a little bit expensive I guess, but not really a big deal. Anyway, so we've got these different skins here. I'm not going to apply them to the truck or anything like that. We'll just have a look at them here in the paint shop because I don't want to spend too long on this. But this is the first one. This is Freya's Blessing, so it's kind of cool. And notice you can't change the colors on these or anything, so you know, if you wanted to change the yellow, too bad, I guess. So that's that one. Loki's Cunning, which is pretty cool. So yep. Njord's Resilience, I think that's how you say it. And I will apologize in advance for any Scandinavian things that I pronounce incorrectly, which is probably going to be all of them, but anyway. So yeah, that one's pretty cool, I like having the shields down there. Odin's Wisdom. These ones, they're all pretty cool. It's they all follow the same basic theme, which is an image down here, a little bit here maybe, and something on the back, and then just the rest of it's fairly plain, just in terms of the colouring. This one I probably like the most just because of the contrast and everything. So this is Thor's Fury. It's got the lightning bolt picture and all that sort of thing there. And Tyr's Wrath, I like this one as well actually. That's pretty cool. But yeah, so that is that. Those are the all the different paint jobs you get with the Viking Legends DLC. And you can tell it's them because they've got this little icon next to the name. I like how they've started doing this, because you see some of the early ones, you've got no idea which pack they're from. I mean, not that it really matters, but when you've got a million different DLCs, it's sometimes it's nice to know which pack they're from, I guess. And that's why it's good that they've started doing these different things. But anyway, so that's that. So that's enough time spent on the DLC. So let's actually get into the truck that I'm going to use, and we'll go and check out Scandinavia. Okay, so this is the truck I'm going to use. It's the Kenworth T800. I've used this before. It's a pretty cool truck. I like it. So let's see if we can get a job. And we'll also take a look at the world map. I really should have done that earlier. But this is the Scandinavia expansion, all this area up here. So I think from Kiel upwards, and again I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. So it's less map than you get in Pro Mod, because Pro Mod went all the way up here to Finland. But it's going to be interesting to see how it all looks. From what I've heard, it's very detailed. I haven't actually driven any of it yet. I know it looks like I've got a lot of the cities discovered. That's because of Pro Mod. I guess Pro Mod included a lot of these same cities, and that was on this profile. Which I guess proves as well that if you had Pro Mod on the profile and then you take it off, you won't have any problems with this expansion. So that's something I was a little bit concerned about. But anyway, so you can see I'm here in Hamburg. We'll see if we can get a job up into this way. And yeah, we'll just see how it goes. So let's go to the freight market. Hamburg, and not there. See if we can find anything. Well, that's a short one, so we'll just do this short hop up to Kiel. It's 100 kilometers. And I guess we'll try to find something there. And I am using the Jazzy Cat trailers and all that sort of thing. So, yeah. Hopefully we should have a good variety of jobs, as long as everything works, really. So I'm not sure if I'll cut out parts of the driving or anything like that. We'll see how it goes. I'd like to get a fair way into the Scandinavia part of it. I'll just go running straight through this red light here. No time to waste. Hopefully this job is still here. I didn't actually check to see how much time it had left on it. Yep, there it is. 18 tons of wallpapers. right down the end there. So just trying to get this done pretty quickly so we can actually get on the road. Help if I could see what I was doing. Alright. Cool. That looks pretty cool. And I'm liking how the rain and everything is looking with this new engine that they've done in the latest update as well. That's why I've actually got my rain probability turned up a bit, just to see what it all looks like with these new storm effects. Okay, so this is about 100 k's, so it shouldn't take very long to get up there. Hopefully we'll actually start seeing some of the new, the new scenery and all that sort of thing along the way, because I'm pretty sure that we will be entering the new part of the map. And I really do like this truck as well. It's been running into the side. It's been a while since I've used it. I actually downloaded a new sound file for it as well. It sounds really cool. This is using the Cummins ISX engine. And you might be able to tell I'm using that toggled engine brake setting as well that we've got now, which is kind of cool. I've also got the driver fatigue simulation turned off, so we won't have to stop and rest or anything like that. Because the problem is with that, you can sometimes just miss out on a whole lot of the day-night cycle if you get the timing wrong. And given that we're trying to see all the scenery and everything, I'd rather sleep when I choose to and skip time that way, rather than be forced to by the game. Should probably turn the wipers off there. Yeah, so we'll just keep cruising along, slowly getting up to speed. Very slowly. This is a, I think I've got the 500 horsepower engine, but I guess this is, what, 18 tons, so it is reasonably heavy, I suppose. I'm using the 13-speed gearbox as well in this. You have to start slowing down up ahead. Lost a bit more speed up there than I thought we would. Turn the wipers off as well. So yeah, I'm really liking how the game looks. I said that as well in my last video, but it does look really nice after these changes they've done. Ooh, that was a bad change. Probably turn the headlights off too. So I'm just looking around now, trying to find things that look a little bit different or whatever. Anything that I don't recognize, basically. But it's all looking fairly similar so far. I mean, they're not going to have gone for an art style or something that's crazy different or out of the ordinary, so I'd imagine they'd want it to blend together pretty well. You know, the updated part of the map and the old part of the map. I might have to turn the GPS on soon so I can see how far away I am from the destination. I mean, 100 kilometers doesn't take very long to get there in-game. That's one of the shortest trips you can do, basically. Alright, so it looks like we are approaching Kiel, and you can see all these extra buildings and stuff around the place. All looks pretty cool. lot more scenery than you often get around cities in this game. Looks like we're turning right here. Stopping. Am I going to stop in time? Oof, barely. That was on the brakes the whole way. But yeah, so this is looking pretty cool. You can see off in the distance down there as well. Looks like we got something. Definitely some sort of buildings. Can't really tell what it is from here. But anyway. Oops. Come on, car, hurry up. More traffic lights. And you can see more buildings off over there as well. Some down there. So definitely a lot more detail. It feels more like you're going through the outskirts of a town or city or something. And it's a lot more realistic having these buildings around the outside of it rather than how it is with a lot of the vanilla cities where you've got nothing and nothing, then you're suddenly inside the city, which is, you know, about 4 streets big or something. So we'll see how big this one is. Might be a little bit bigger. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Looks like the city itself is around the same size as what we would normally be accustomed to. So where's my drop-off point? Is it in here? I think it is. There it is. So we'll just drop off this cargo and then try to pick up another job. Should be good enough to get it in. I think I might have just tapped the gate a little bit there, but no well. That'll probably be good enough once I get it back a little bit further. There we go. Cool, job done. And achievements, apparently. Whatever. Okay, so let's see where we are on the map, for starters. So we are right here. Hopefully we'll get some jobs up this way. I mean, I'll eventually have to work my way all the way up here, but that's probably a bit too long, just for one video. That would be a couple thousand kilometers. Well, maybe not a couple thousand, but at least 1,000. Anyway, what else have we got? Oh, there we go. 990 kilometers all the way up there. That seems, especially it's one of the only jobs heading up this way, so that seems like the way to go. 12 tons of garlic. The people of Uppsala are definitely demanding a bit of garlic, I guess. I'm sure I completely butchered that as well. Anyway, let's take this job. I wonder if it's from this depot. Given that it's not on the GPS at all. Yep. Alright, which one is it? Like all the way down this end. I think I can see it in the mirror. Might just cheat a little bit. A little bit of cheating. Never hurt anybody. Alright, let's go on the road. see what wonderful scenery we can see along the way. Straight through this orange light. Oh, it turned red just as I went over the line. See, my frame rate does seem to be suffering a little bit in these, in that kind of built up area. Especially with all these textures up here as well. Oh shit, there's a red light there. So I'm sitting at about 40 FPS at the moment. But that's while recording, and as I've said a number of times in previous videos, recording definitely does take a bit of a toll on the old frame rate. We're gonna have to turn right up here. Still getting used to this toggled engine brake. You tap the clutch a couple times, it keeps popping on and off. It just takes a little bit getting used to. Anyway. So we've still got a fair few buildings around the area, just on the outskirts of the city. I don't know if Kiel's a big city or a small city or anything like that. So I guess we'll have, once we get to a big kind of capital city, it'll be interesting to see what that looks like. Assuming we visit one during this drive, which we may not. Got a right turn coming up down there as well by the looks of it. So we'll probably be spending a lot of the time on the motorways and everything. Actually, let's have a look at that. So what's our route going to be? So yeah, it's looking like a lot of time spent on motorways and main roads. Maybe not down here. Kind of hard to tell. It's a pretty decent drive. Well, let's just see how we go. I might end up splitting this into 2 videos or something and doing the whole drive, or cutting out a large part of the middle or something. But we'll see what happens. See how it goes. I mean, a lot of it's not looking too out of the ordinary, like too unusual at the moment. But that being said, we're not very far into Scandinavia yet, so fair way to go. Nice kind of farm building over there. Gonna have to try not to crash while I'm looking at all the scenery as well. Going over a big bridge as well. Let's see if I can get the camera angle that I always crash in. I think there's a truck up ahead of me as well, which I might go steaming straight into the back of. Still, at least it'll look cool while I'm doing it. Let's go for a lane change. Oh, going for it. Oh, it's only a matter of time until this ends really badly. Oh shit. I think that's enough of that camera angle. There we go. Oh, that was interesting. It does look really nice, this. I gotta say, it looks really cool. A lot of that's going to come down to the new graphics rendering stuff that they've gone with. But still. So that was definitely a worthwhile update. The 1.17. The game looks so much better. Down there. Not really sure what it is. It's not a city, at least it's not showing up on the GPS. Looks cool. Try not to crash. Might be a warehouse or some sort of shipping yard or something like that. So there is lots of extra little buildings around the place, or it seems to be at the moment. I might just be noticing all this because I'm looking for it when I'm normally not, but it does seem like there's a lot more of that detail surrounding the area. Again, you got some nice farmland around here. All the people playing farming sim off to the left. Oh shit, that's not going to end well. Let's just go down this way. I still got room down here. Nothing wrong with that, I'm sure. Perfectly legal, safe driving. And my pedals are slipping away from me on the floor. Looks like I'm going down to the right here as well, so I might have to actually slow down a bit. I guess it's saying 2 lanes. I wasn't sure if it split into 1 lane road or something like that. Waking up all the people in these country houses with my crazy loud exhaust. So it's really going to be interesting to see how the modding community kind of embraces this expansion, especially the pro mod people who have obviously done a huge amount of work with Scandinavia already, a lot of which has kind of been, I guess, a little bit overwritten by this update, expansion. I'd imagine what they'll probably do is kind of add on to this and keep going up into Finland and all that sort of thing, but I don't know, I haven't really had a look at their stuff in a while lately, so it'd be interesting to see how they all adapt and everything to this. Most mods though don't seem to be having a problem. All the Jazzy Cat stuff that I'm using is working fine, and really fucked up that gear change. But yeah, all the Jazzy Cat stuff is working fine. Obviously, modded trucks seem to be doing pretty well. This Kenworth I think was designed for update 1.16, so it's at least 1 version out of date, but still doing well. Hasn't caused any problems, I haven't had any game crashes or anything like that, so that's always good. And yeah, it just looks really nice driving around. Gotta be in the right lane for this. Start slowing down a bit, otherwise I'll probably roll it when I come to this turn. I love having the engine brake toggle. It's such a little thing. I was talking about it in my last video as well. I can't stop talking about the bloody thing. But it's such a little thing, but it makes the kind of driving experience, I guess, just that little bit more authentic. So it's little things like that, all the little things that kind of add up into the one big experience, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody else. It made sense in my head. Let's carry on. So far we've seen a whole lot of farmland, and we've got a lot more of it over that way. And I'm kind of driving all over the road here while I'm looking at all this farmland and stuff. Let's go into that camera angle again. I have to reach over my steering wheel just to get to the keyboard. Probably got a gear change coming up here. Oh, that's not going well. Even on a straight road, I can't keep driving straight in this. Oh, there we go. I do love that camera angle. Might have to change lanes up here. So let's pull into this rest stop up here actually. So I think we'll probably end this part of the video here. I think I am just going to split this up into 2 or maybe 3 parts. I guess we'll buy fuel as well. I don't think I need it, but we might as well buy it. Talk about late decision making. But yeah, so far it seems like it's been a really cool expansion. I'm liking it a fair bit. So how far have we come? We are here. We started here. So that's not too bad. So we've got a few, we'll definitely be driving through a few of these cities sort of areas. I guess that'll be a good opportunity to buy some garages and that sort of thing and continue expanding my trucking empire. But yeah, so as expansions go, it's a pretty good one. We've got a decent sized map, which is very cool. And yeah, we'll just, when we come back, we'll just have to keep exploring that. But yeah, so I think I'll end this one here. So until next time, I've been Vornskyr, hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.